So we started with the view that everything we tried, we would build it or seek to build it on a scale that could potentially be global. Among the things that we also recognized, since we had the sense that the things that we built was very purpose-driven, failure also didn't have, we always understood that failure wasn't terminal. So we had a huge appetite to fail, to get things wrong, and really have a sense that yesterday's failure represents a part of tomorrow's success. Another component that I want to identify is, whether it's Kapil, whether it's Teleios, we operate in an environment often that's hostile to what you want to do. And I would say certainly for Trinidad and Tobago, there's a lot of stuff that's valuable, but there's a lot of stuff that's hostile to innovation. There's a lot of stuff that's hostile to doing something that's global. There's a lot of stuff that's hostile to export. There's a virtual incentive to import and sell in the way that just how the economy is structured. So in a Teleios, you have to be prepared to keep climbing, keep going uphill for considerable periods of time, and not find yourself rolling back down. So I think another important aspect of our history that I want to identify as we talk about innovation is, how are we able to influence the environment in which we operate? I'll give a very quick story about an early Teleios opportunity, simply to identify the value of opportunity, or perhaps the detriment of failing to provide an opportunity. One of the things that we tried, which now represents an important part of our business, I had an idea, and the opportunity emerged to present this idea to a mobile phone company at the time. Turns out that we were literally ahead of our time, because the thing we were proposing, to quote the guy who gave us the opportunity, happened to have been a Barbadian working in Trinidad at the time. He said, the idea you have is on my roadmap, but I'm actually not ready to do it as yet. So that gave him the freedom in his mind to give us an opportunity to do something that, quite frankly, we told him we had an idea for which we didn't have a single line of code. We were just convinced we could do this thing. And he gave us the opportunity to start because he was not yet ready. And out of that opportunity, we built a platform from which we supply services. When in that bio was talking about services from Guyana to Belize, on a platform that we literally built over time. But at the time that the opportunity was given to us, if that guy had said what I heard somebody else say in a different conversation, and now I'm talking about how the environment helps or hinders, in a different conversation I heard a Trinidad and Tobago government representative from a state corporation talking about, we want to buy, which was a time when we were able to do that foolishness that I'm going to describe. We want to buy the best in the world. Now, but do you need the best in the world? And do you need the best in the world now? Because once you make that determination that you need the best in the world, you actually disqualify all of your entrepreneurs for ever having any opportunity to feed into that procurement opportunity. And so I want to just talk as well about the environment in which the Teleioses of this world either thrive or die because of the opportunities that are afforded them or not afforded them, simply because of the worldview of the people who drive that environment. So yes, it's important to have something called innovative people, and those innovative people will hopefully build innovative businesses, but those things are taking place in an environment that we also have to be aware and very conscious, because sometimes those environments are toxic in very, very subtle ways. You don't actually even understand that the things you're doing are completely contrary to what you say that you want to accomplish and achieve. So just to summarize kind of my introduction to this is that I think Teleios has been in our DNA. We coded to do innovative things, but we coded to do innovative things in an environment that is often hostile, but we coded to operate in spite of the environment. And I was saying in a conversation at the back of the room earlier, many people not able to do that over an extended period of time. And one of my hopes, dreams, desires, wishes, which is why I love to participate in things like this, is that we try to change the gradient that most other people have to deal with. So they don't have to go up the same mountain that we have to go up. And if we could do something so that most people who are not going to go through the pain that I chose willingly to go through, we create an environment that they don't have to do that. And that's what I hope programs like Compete Caribbean can do. So in one sense, I'm happy to be a pioneer, I'm happy to take the pain, but I really want to create an environment where everybody doesn't have to go through that as well.